I know this video is going to wind up a few people and upset a lot of people, but it is what it is. I just don't get it. I really don't understand the mentality of these people. He told me, Kevin, when you choose your friends, choose very, very carefully. You really need to get this checked out. You're going to need a scan, maybe even an operation. And he sends a message saying, Kev and Pook, I want to thank you. You've quite possibly saved my life. And they usually start with all Thai women. 2 instances about those bad Thai girls. Remember guys, all those Thai girls who are ripping blokes off. I don't know how many of you watching this remember a TV programme called the Everett Show. It was in the UK, I don't know where else it went in the world, but he used to portray a character called Mr. Angry. Mr. Angry was seriously angry, and it'd be about the least little thing. And sometimes I feel a little bit like Mr. Angry, but without the stockings and the suspenders, I better say that. And it's purely what I read and what I see, the way that people react to some of the stuff we do on social media. So towards the end of last week, we had just over 50 people coming over to the Centara Hotel for this talk on tax, the new tax laws in Thailand. I didn't realise what it would cause, but it's caused a massive swing of, you know, good comments, bad comments, horrible comments in some instances. Some of the comments that have been posted could even be libelous. So it is what it is, you know what I mean? If you get a letter come through your door, it's down to you, really it is. So what it was, my good friend David, he wanted to find out about the tax rules and the rumours that have been going around. We've seen all kinds of stuff on social media and all kinds of stories, different versions of how it's going to work, if it's going to work. Some people saying it's never going to work. But he wanted to get to the bottom of it. He doesn't want to leave anything to chance. That's what started this. So what he did, he spoke to some guys down in Bangkok, but they said if he had a few friends who were interested in the subject, they come up here to Udon, Thani, and they do a presentation talking about it regarding their knowledge and the way that they're applying their knowledge and what they've heard to let everyone know about what they know. Now, the thing is, this is how I see it, okay? Thomas Carden, he's a CPA, I believe. Now, he would have studied for a long while for that. You know, he would have gone through schooling, he would have gone through college, university, and ended up where he is. And he's been doing it for many, many years, and he's an expert on the subject. His company deal with the Thai tax authorities down in Bangkok every week, at least every week, sometimes every day. But at least every week he's actually speaking to the people who are making these rules and applying these laws. And so with what he's been told, he came up here and he relayed that to, there's over 50 people who turned up at the meeting at the Centara. Anyway, I recorded that, put it out on the channel, as some of you have probably seen, and then it kicks off. You're getting all these so-called experts crawling out the woodwork, telling him he's a charlatan. He don't know what he's talking about. He's only doing it to make money. And think about it, okay? Think about what you're saying. Like I say, that kind of thing is libelous. And I don't know if he wants to push it, I'm not going to bother, but if he wants to push that kind of thing, probably won't, he'll probably just ignore it. But if he wanted to push that kind of thing, it could lead to serious trouble for some people. We know what happens on social media. Oh, by the way, I'm in Prime Square. I'm out having a little walk. It's been raining this afternoon, and I thought I'd have a little walk around Prime Square and look at some of these places here. These shops have been built for ages. Now, I thought these apartments above were separate apartments, but if there's a shop underneath, the only way you can get to those is through the shop, so it all comes as one unit. But there's some places just around the back here, I'll take you around there and show you, which I think are being let out just as individual units, like for living accommodation. All right, little sideline there, off on a tangent, but going back to these tax guys. Now think about it, you know, people posting messages on YouTube and on Facebook saying, you know, all these guys are interested in is making money. All they're doing is making money, but they're not. They're relaying information. And regarding making money, any one of you guys who went to school, went to college, some would have gone to university, some would have picked up a profession or a career, and then you would have gone out for the majority of your life, and you would have been applying that to make money. Okay, you were a plumber. Would you go off to someone's house and fit the place out, do the plumbing or the electrical work if you were an electrician for nothing? Of course not. Thomas came here with the information that he's got and was sharing that news. Now sure, he's going to promote some stuff whereby if people are interested in it, want to take up on it, he will make money on it. That's his business, why wouldn't he? If you weren't interested in paying for any of their services, well, you just don't pay. You sat there through was it a 2-hour presentation, and take away what you want from it, ignore what you want, and that was it. You can phone up his company and get a 30-minute Zoom call for free, absolutely free, and you take from that what you want. You can follow everything rigidly that he says, you can take little snippets of that information, or you can ignore everything. But why do people moan about this kind of stuff? I just don't get it. I really don't understand the mentality of these people. It just drives me mad. By the way, this little block here, off on a tangent again, there's shops down there. Prime Square goes through there. These are shops over here. These are all shops. And as you can see, you can't get in anywhere. There's a fire escape, these ladders at the back. But all of those, there's a little back door to these places, but there's no gates leading in there. And so, yeah, these places, you rent a shop and then you get the places above it. But this little building here and this doorway here, I'm thinking that these are possibly private residents. It's like a little block of flats here tucked away. See, they've got the mailboxes up there for the individual places. I don't really know, I'm surmising, but it's something that I've often said to Pook about how this place, most of it's been empty for so long. Okay, so that's regarding the tax stuff that went on, and I don't know why I'm still surprised at the behaviour of some people, but some people are just off their nut. They really are. They've got nothing better to do. It seems like there's a lot of angry people out there just sitting around and just want to have a pop at someone who's doing something to help others, regardless of whether that information they're putting out there is free or if it's part of their business. We get it all the time. We talk about the eye clinic. Now, that in itself has helped so many people, but the fact that the eye clinic give Pook a referral fee, they get the ump about it. It's like, oh, they're only making money off of it. No, there's over 50 people now who've got great eyesight through Pook putting herself out and referring the place. The clinic's got business, everyone's a winner, and I don't understand the mentality of these people who get the ump about it. Okay, so that's that. Just one other thing before I get off the tax subject. The opposite to those people who just sit back, take and moan all the time is someone like David. David arranged that. He paid, I think it was 5,000 baht to arrange the meeting room and everything, simply because he wanted to share the news that he'd heard. They're the kind of people that I surround myself with. Someone said to me before, I've said it on here before, some of you might have missed it, but it was one of my early business advisors. He told me, Kevin, when you choose your friends, choose very, very carefully, because the 5 people that you bring closest to your life, you'll become the average of those 5 people. If I can be the average of David and the way that he is and the way that he helps people, I'll be more than satisfied. Okay, so while we're on the subject of talking about good and bad people that you meet here and the different ends of the spectrum between that good and bad, or different aspects of that spectrum, most of you know, and I've got to mention this, Pook would, if Pook was here now, she'd say, no, don't bother with that. But I really want to mention it because it just shows you again another aspect of life here and the different kind of people that you meet. So most of you know Pook's got a dating introduction agency based here in Udon, Thani. If anyone's interested in that, have a look in the description and you can link up with Pook in there, find out more about it. But anyway, she's got this dating agency or introduction agency, and every now and then her and her business partner Gay, they give a special offer where they don't charge people to join for a certain period of time. Now, there was one guy, he joined, I'm definitely not going to mention any names on this, no way. But like I say, it's just something I want to mention. I just feel that I need to mention it. I want to get it out of my system. So, this guy joined on a freebie. Great, fantastic, you go for it. He met up with a Thai lady through the agency. Fantastic relationship, lovely lady, they got a great life, and they got married fairly recently. So he's built this new life here in Thailand, in Udon, Thani, with this wonderful lady, and it didn't cost him anything. You know, he got it for free. Now, that's absolutely fine. And Pook doesn't expect anything from that. It's not part of the deal. It's not like, well, if you do meet up with someone, you can pay me. No, not at all. But just to show you the kind of diverse people that you meet here, Pook was at the temple the other day with her mum and our sister-in-law, and suddenly the girl walked in who's just married this guy, and he's with her. And she was wine Pook and very friendly and very polite to Pook's mum, and, you know, saying how great everything was, and you know, the relationship worked out great thanks to Pook and her business partner Gay. And this guy's just standing there kind of like ignoring what's going on. So his wife said to him, "You remember Pook, don't you?" He looked at her as if, "Who's that?" And then just screwed his nose up and turned away like you're insignificant. That kind of attitude, you know. Why would you do that? Even if you didn't remember who Pook was, even if you didn't remember that Pook helped you find this wonderful wife that you're with and you got this new life in Thailand, why wouldn't you just why and say, "Hi, how you doing?" or be polite? But some people, they're just so pig ignorant, they really are. And I had to say it. And like I say, Pook will probably give me a kick up the arse when I post this. But I just wanted to say something because she deserves better than that. She's a really, and you guys know what kind of person Pook is. She doesn't deserve anyone to treat her like that, let alone a guy who's found the love of his life and this new life that he's got here. Just screws his nose up, turns away from her, no big deal. I don't get it. So coming out of Prime Square now, I'm just going to cross the road here over to the Chinese temple. I'll have a little wander around there. I haven't been here for a while. Might even grab a cup of coffee. So moving on from that negative note onto a mix of negative and positive, and that is the amount of guys who post on Facebook and on YouTube slagging off Thai women, and they usually start with all Thai women. They forget to say all women or all men. You get good and bad everywhere. You get good men, good women, bad women. But they just love the fact that they put down all Thai women when they're talking about people ripping them off, losing their money. Just says more about those guys, I think, than anything else. The kind of people that they choose as friends, the kind of people that they associate with, and I'm sure that has a lot to do with any bad experience they might have, whether it be here in Thailand or anywhere else in the world. But let me tell you this, 2 instances of those bad Thai girls. So I'm often meeting up with different friends, and so many of them are in these great long-term relationships. You know, they've been married for 20 odd years, they've got a fantastic life, very nice equal relationship and very, very happy. 2 instances about those bad Thai girls. Remember guys, all those Thai girls who are ripping blokes off. So one of them, he's a friend of mine, he lives, I won't mention any names by the way, he lives over in America, spends most of his time over there with his Thai wife. She comes from a family, the father was a very successful builder, and she's continued that here in Udon Thani. She buys up plots of land and she builds houses. Recently sold 3 or 4 houses that have been completed. Very, very successful businesswoman. I saw a message come up on, I think it was on Facebook just recently, and it was a picture of my friend in America standing in front of his brand new Mercedes GLC. Bought for him by his Thai wife, that bad Thai wife. So she's out of the good fortune that she's got, the good business mind she's got, she's bought her husband, her American husband, brand new Mercedes GLC. Another one, again, I won't mention his name, a lot of you people on here will know who I'm talking about, but he's been married for many, many years, another American guy, and Valentine's Day, a few years ago now, his wife decided he was talking about having time on the beach, spending time on the beach. His wife decided, as a Valentine's present, to buy him a condo right down on the beach, just across the road from the beach. Another bad Thai woman. So please, try and educate yourself. Those guys who go out there and bang on about all Thai ladies being bad, no. Some are bad, some are good. That's with English ladies, American, and men as well. It's not gender specific, good and bad. It's just people. Some are good, some are bad. So that's the mixture. That's the good and the bad story mixed in together. And I hope that a lot of people take something from that. Look at these little guys, always go crazy looking for more food. You could feed these all day long and they'd still be looking for more. Like Oliver, in the film Oliver. Please sir, can I have some more? Okay, last story on this video. And it's about people get in touch with me often, and friends talk to me. They say, I don't know how you and Pook do that. You put yourselves out there on social media. You're opening yourself up to all kinds of criticism, all kind of nutters. But on top of that, there's an awful lot of good people as well. I'd say the majority are good. And the thing is, the nutters, they can remain anonymous. They post, and then we just get rid of them straight away. So I would imagine, well, we're cutting down on the numbers gradually. So hopefully there'll come a day when the moaners and the nutters will have disappeared completely. We'd have blocked them all. But in the meantime, we'll still put up with them, not a problem, and we can get rid of them. But this is the reason why Pook and I do this. We like to share our story. We've got this amazing life here in Thailand now. Wouldn't trade it for anything else. It's incredible. It really is. Much better than I ever imagined it would be. And so we've got this life. Now, it gets to you sometimes. It's really heart-wrenching when you read certain stories or you read messages that come through. So this guy got in touch with us. It's an English guy called Mick. Him and his English wife came over here on holiday. I don't know fully what their links are here. They're coming back again soon, and we're going to meet up with them for a coffee. I can't wait to meet them and speak to him, because it's just one of those... Listen, me and Pook have got this YouTube channel, and I just see it as something really insignificant, something we enjoy doing, and other people seem to enjoy it because we're getting more subscribers, more people watching. Which reminds me, I'll always forget, please remember to hit subscribe, and if you hit the bell, you'll get notification when we post. Okay, that being put aside, and don't have a go at me for advertising the channel, please. But that being put aside, so Mick sent us a message. He said him and his wife were over here on holiday, and I think it was 3 days before they went back to the UK. And he saw our video talking about the calcium scan that I did in the Bangkok hospital, and I'll put a link to that up the top of this video here. You might not be interested in it, but please, I beg you, go and have that scan done, because so many people don't realise that they've got a calcium build-up in their body, and this is the kind of story you hear about. Even these young sports lads or footballers suddenly keel over and they're gone. It's because of a calcium build-up. You can get it done down here at the Bangkok hospital, any Bangkok hospital. They've got the special scanning machine, and it's not expensive. Anyway, back to Mick. Mick said to his wife, look, we've got a few days left. Let's go and get that scan done. Let's get that checked out, what we saw in Pook and Kevin's video. So they did. They went to the Bangkok hospital here in Udon, Thani. Now, for those of you who've never been in the Bangkok hospital, it's almost like you're walking into one of these restaurants where you get a checklist of things you want. I'll have that, I'll have that, I'll have that. You go in there and it's like a menu system. So he asked for the calcium score scan, and he's looking at the list, and he's had some other checks done on different things while he was there. It's inexpensive, it really is. So anyway, he had these checks done. While he was having those checks done, something flagged up about his prostate, and anyway, when he went back in to see the doctor said to him, you really need to get this checked out. You're going to need a scan, maybe even an operation. So he said, well, look, we're flying back to the UK in 3 days. So he said to him, okay, when you get back to the UK, please go and see your doctor, have the scan done, and it's very important that you do. So they flew back to England. He went and saw his doctor. In a week, I think it was 2 weeks, he was in hospital having the scans done. They found a malignant tumour in his prostate. He was in hospital, taken into hospital, had his prostate removed. All right, that's not a nice thing, but then again, I'd rather that removed rather than the cancer being allowed to progress and take over. And we know the inevitable outcome of that. So anyway, he had his prostate removed, and he went back afterwards, had the checks done, and he's got the all clear. So the cancer hadn't spread outside of his prostate. It was purely there. They've removed it. He's got the all clear. And he sends a message saying, Kev and Pook, I want to thank you. You've quite possibly saved my life. You get one message like that, believe me, and all of those bad messages, all that nonsense that you suffer on Facebook and YouTube and everything else, it pales into insignificance. It really don't matter. You can throw your best shots at us and we really don't care. You get one person messaging you like that and it means everything to us. It's what it's about. It's about helping other people. So important, it really is. So that's it really. That's the main reason that me and Pook do this. If we can help others, we'll do it. And plus we enjoy doing it anyway, showing you around our world. Remember to have a look down in the description. Links to everything that we do or everything that we talk about are down there. So if you're looking for herbal supplements, if you're looking for the eye clinic, if you're looking for Pook's Thai dating site, everything's down in the description. So have a look down there. Thanks very much.